Hello everybody and welcome to the final Titans Return / Legends release. For now, we do have some other ones which I'll do at a later date. But we finish this current crop with the Legends release of Hardhead. Now, difference between Legends and Titans Returns, well, there are two differences. Colour scheme, in that this guy is far more in keeping with his Headmasters and Rebirth colour scheme appearances, and you get a separate little character. This little tank is actually an anti-aircraft gun, but I really like it. It's it works fantastically well, and it's such a nice little bonus to have. You remember Skull Cruncher, or Skull Smasher as I like to call him, also came with a weird dino bird, which was quite good. I think this is even better. I think Hardhead as a rule in general is a fantastic transformer, and I would really have liked to get the original G1 release because I'm quite impressed with it, but it's so outrageously expensive. I mean, you could be looking at something like 50, 60, 70 pounds on eBay. There are other sites available, I'm sure, but that's just a stupid amount of money for a toy. Well, I know that third-party transformers can cost that same price, but bear in mind this is a G1 toy. That's it's all right. And I have to say I do like the tank mode a lot on it, but ultimately it's a second-hand used toy that's some 30 years old. It's really prohibitively expensive, whereas the Titans Return and the Legends versions are particularly impressive as well on it. You got the big gun in keeping with the original. You've got the tank treads. It works. It rolls really well. I really like Hardhead anyway, but I really like this toy too. It looks fantastic. In fact, you've got a little tanky bonus here. It's even better. It is actually transforming into a kind of... You've kind of got another mode here, which is a sort of plane mode, so the tread goes down like that. Again, and then that just flips up like that. So it's kind of a plane as well. Which, just move that out of the way so you can get the focus on there, which, yeah, I can see where they're going for with the plane there. I can see how that is a plane, but it's obviously, with the treads, it's far more comfortable as an anti-aircraft gun rather than an actual plane, which is obviously meant to be shooting down the anti-aircraft gun. It also is a weapon as well for Hardhead, so we can hold it like that, or we can have it with that open, so we can hold it as a weapon as well. Pretty big weapon, it has to be said, given it's mainly got other parts to it, where this is the only actual gun bit. But you can hold it as a weapon, but honestly, for me, this is the best mode for it, as a separate little gun. Okay, on to Hardhead himself. We take this out here. Interestingly, you've got two places where your little Headmaster can sit. He can either sit in the cockpit here, or he can sit in the gun itself and can control the gun. Seems a little bit extreme to give him two places to sit, but he can sit in both. The Hardhead companion of, the Nebula companion of Hardhead was, I believe, called Duros, and the traditional colour schemes are done for the Headmaster release. To transform him, you do the same as you would for all Headmasters, and you have an original Hardhead design there. Again, harking back more to Headmasters, it has to be said, than the Rebirth, but still, very impressive. Okay, on to transforming the robot. What you have is different sections of Hardhead, as you always did before. So, gun, we just move fully up here. These bits become the legs, which actually you just want to move. You don't want to move out of the way, but because the whole thing is a flipping two like that, because this is actually the top, there's where the Headmaster bit goes. So, say you flip it the whole lot around, and that becomes the chest panel. Leg flips down, leg flips down. You've got in here the feet. There, just extends out. Foot extends out like so. You want to flip this in so it's fully in line, so that's straight, so this side is not fully done. Fully in there, and that becomes the legs. I'm going to do the hands now. Flips that round. Again, as you would expect, the hand is stored in there, and that's that side. this side again, just break this in two here. Well, not literally break it in two, but where you've got that little mark there, it comes out like that. Hand is actually stored inside again, it comes out like that. It's the hand. You now want to just flip this like that, so you've got the headmaster component as a horizontal level. Move the arms down, so that this then rotates back down here. You can just see you've got two connector pads here, which will slot. They don't really slot in the back, but what you're aiming to do is just to rest it nicely on there. I think your probably best bet is to aim for this pad here, which goes disturbingly into there, which just connects it all together. So the gun is now in level there, so he's got the big gun. It creates quite a large kibble at the back, because you've got not only the cannon which sits out here, but you've also got the cockpit as well. So you do have quite a lot of back kibble, but you end up with a very a very faithful representation of the original, not just the original release of Hardhead, but actually the cartoon version of Hardhead again. Now, I've talked about the slot here. You put the head in, you slot the head in like so, and then you can have his gun as well. Wow, Hardhead is all about the weaponry, isn't he? So much so that with that huge gun, his vision out the right hand side is pretty much non-existent. All he can see is his gun. Fortunately, it can be moved up like that, so he can see if he wants to. As with all headmasters, limited up and down movement, but that one's actually more than most, because obviously of the nature of the way the joint goes, but otherwise he's fully manoeuvrable. Again, it's another great toy. Looks good. Oops, as you can see, the gun actually completely comes off, so if you don't want it to get in the way, you could actually hold it as a huge weapon, but it will seriously unbalance him if you do that. You're much better off to have it in its proper position, like so. It's another great toy, isn't it? You know, there's a little anti-tank gun there as well. It is another great toy. It looks really good. I'm gonna, there we are, do that. Just zoom in a bit. You know, the colour schemes are fantastic. It looks like it did in the cartoon. It does. It's got all the details on it. I say the little anti-tank gun is just a really welcome added bonus to it. I think Hardhead is probably, of all the Titans Return characters I've reviewed so far, including Fortress Maximus, I think it's my favourite. Both modes, the alt mode is superb. This is another word for it, it's superb, and so is the robot mode. It really was one of the main reasons that I enjoyed the Titans Return releases, and one of the main reasons that I got them, because it works so well. We compare him with Scoop here, and as you can see, Scoop falls over very, very easily. But no, you compare him with Scoop here, and you know it feels really like the correct sort of height as well. So he fits very well with your other collections. But yeah, it's just a great figure. There's just no getting away from it. It is a great figure. Could it be the pride of your collection? Absolutely. It looks fantastic. Shorter, I guess, than the original release, but so much more detailed. Brilliant transformation. Brilliant. I know the articulation is fairly standard now, but it's still worth mentioning that he actually does have proper full articulation. I'm really impressed. I really am impressed. I think it's the best Titans Return Legends release that I've seen. I would say that it's so much better worth getting the Legends release than it is the Titans Return release, because you get a cool little anti-tank gun with it, and the colours are spot on. There's just no word, they are spot on. Yeah, the best one that I've reviewed so far. Thank you very much for watching. Please do click on the links below, subscribe. Next week we'll move on to something different, so we won't be looking at the Titans Return or the Legends release for a little while now, but there will be some more coming up in the future. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.